You decide where it is that you want to do a crescendo, where it is that maybe you want to go down a little bit, where it is that you really have to give a lot of sound. And that way you will use your musical ideas, intentions, dynamics to help your technique. We want you to be able to go through the piece and come at the end, you know, completely rested, and you would be, the idea is that you could just do it over and over again without ever getting tired. It's very important. We don't want to create any tensions in our arms or tiredness. Now that you included your musical ideas or dynamics, let's say here you want a crescendo, here's forte. Here you want a decrescendo, and we're piano again, and so on. Then once you've defined this, you're going to want to practice in sections and not the whole thing. I would choose my sections, it has to make sense also musically, where maybe a big phrase ends, and then whenever a new phrase starts, play the first semiquaver of each. So first note for 4 semiquavers. These we don't play yet. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we add, we're not playing only the first note of each semiquavers, but we're playing the 2 first notes. So, like this. Now we're going to play the 3 first notes. It's getting more and more crowded. Okay. And so on. Make sure you're always really relaxed. Shoulders down, arms open. Imagine you're a very strong, powerful bird with large wings. Accent the 1 note out of 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you switch that up with the second one, the third one, and the 4th one. And I'm going to show you how that sounds. On the first one and play the next 3 1 fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we wait here. This one is long. These one are fast. Wait here. Fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. going to train more the muscles, the muscle of our brain. And I call this the anticipation phase because your brain has to be faster than your fingers and always be a few steps ahead and think ahead. And in the first exercise, we're playing really slow, and while we're playing one note, we already think of the next one, the note ahead. So while you're playing this note, you already think about that one. While you're playing that one, your head is already on the next one. Let's say if we would choose 50, for example, for the metronome tempo, it's very slow, 50 for each semiquaver. So 1 beat per semiquaver, and we would think of the next one ahead. Metronome is on 50. This is the slowest we're gonna get, and then we build up from there. We're starting with 1 beat per note. And as I said, while I'm playing one note, I'm already thinking about the next one. So it requires a lot of concentration. Thinking of the next one. Thinking of the next one. And so on. Once we've done that, then we keep the 50, but we're going to double it up. So we're going to play 2 notes per beat this time. While we are playing 2 notes, we are already thinking about the next 2 notes. So while we're playing these, we're thinking we're already here in our head. So, and then while we're playing these now, we're already thinking about these. Still keep 50, and this time play 4 notes per beat. So I'm going to show you here. While we are playing these 4 notes, we are thinking about the next 4 notes. And that way we just train our mind to always be ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the last step you can guess would be to play now 8 notes per beat. We're still keeping the 50. And while we're playing these 8 notes, so that represent 1 beat, 1 minim, we're already thinking about the next 8 notes. Keep this tempo that you now feel comfortable with for like a week or so. I mean, it depends. You have to listen to yourself, or a few days. And then instead of doing 50, now you can move a little bit, like a week after, you can move a little bit further. Again, it really depends on your own feeling. Maybe move to 53 or even 55, but definitely not 60 right away. That would be too much. It's actually fun. Well, and then Obviously, once you feel confident with your final tempo, once you can play it, then the next step is to, put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Play it for friends, family, and then see how it feels once you're playing it in an audition or exam or concert or whatever it is. And most likely the first time it will feel uncomfortable, but I promise you, if you keep putting yourself in out of your comfort zone a few times, then you will eventually really own that piece. Never stop until it sounds like you want it to sound, and so that means you need to be very patient.